So this is a Sony 24-50G f2.8 compact zoom lens. It retails for 1,149 GBP. Has a 67mm thread on the front of it. It weighs 440 grams, and I have been lucky enough to be testing it out for the past maybe about 6 weeks or so, paired up with my Sony A7cii Mark II. So I thought today I would give you a little summary on my thoughts and feelings with this lens. I have already made a video out and about with it, but since then I've had the chance to use it a little bit more, marinate my ideas on it, and yeah, I thought I'd share them with you because it seems to be quite a popular lens, and I can see why. But let me discuss a little bit further. So notably, I took this to London Docklands with me on a walkabout shoot, and then about a week later I took it as my primary lens on my Sony down to Brighton for a sunrise shoot, which involved a little bit of kind of a landscape beach action as well as some street photography in the lanes. Overall, I have really enjoyed having the versatility of a zoom lens. I don't typically shoot that much with a zoom. I do lean towards a prime, but I was tempted because it's a 2.8 throughout, and call me a little bit of an aperture snob, but I like having the option to be able to crank it wide open, pick out a detail and blur the background out. I have done this less and less as I've gone through my photography career. I think everyone starts off and pretty much shoots everything when they get that opportunity to blur everything, and then you realize that sometimes you need things in focus.Ing but it's nice to have the option, but I did use it throughout the range. It has this really nice like clickable aperture ring on it, as all of the G lenses do, and a few little features like it's got the AF/MF switch, a custom dial here which you can set to whatever you like. I think by standard it's set to focus. Obviously you can manually focus with the ring at the front as well, and you've got the range. You've got the 24-50, which for street photography is the ideal range, because of course you've got everything from those kind of standard ranges, like you've got 28, you've got your 35, and you've got your 50. So you've got far more flexibility than just having one prime lens on, and it is so much easier. Especially when I was in Brighton, I really felt the benefits of having it, and I didn't have to switch things up all the time, and it took away from a lot of kind of gear fatigue, and I was just able to concentrate on the shots. And if you've watched my channel before, you will know I very much do enjoy doing that. There's nothing more annoying than constantly thinking you've got the wrong lens on the camera, so that was a real treat. Now, in terms of how it balanced with my A7cii Mark II, I've had quite a few questions on this. It's probably on that max end of size and weight. It's not too crazy, to be honest. Obviously it's a little bit front heavy because the body is so small, but it is manageable if you hold the camera properly and you've got your hand under the barrel. It works pretty nicely, and I didn't find it to be too fatiguing in my hand, or too kind of intrusive. I think some people have said they find it just way too much. I mean, yes, if you're used to shooting on primes, my 40mm f2.5G is my favorite. It's tiny, it's really small, but you would expect that from it, but you only get the 40mm. So yeah, obviously it's bigger than that, but I think it's manageable. Where I can see myself using this if I were to buy it are on those kind of day out situations where you're not quite sure what you're going to shoot and you don't want to be pinned into one focal length. In addition to this, a travel trip, I mean, I think it would be absolutely amazing. I'm going away in the summer on a trip, and I'm really considering asking if I can borrow this lens, because I think, again, I'm going to definitely have to give it back to my friend Peter, because he's very kindly lent it to me for this extended period of time. But perhaps I could take it away with me, because I think it'd be really useful. It is a photo specific trip. I'm going to the Dolomites, to the mountains. It's very exciting. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, because hopefully have some really nice photo content coming from there. But that could be a good trip. I'm going with my friend, and whilst it is a photography kind of based trip, we'll be doing lots of hiking, we'll be out and about, we'll be on the move all the time, we'll probably be staying in different places, so I don't want to be weighed down with too much gear, but there will be some incredible opportunities to get some photos, and I think that 24 to 50 could be really nice for like a lot of the stuff. And if we were going out hiking, I wouldn't think twice about putting this on the camera, and I'd be pretty happy with it. If I needed to take any landscapes that were a little bit wider, could always do a pano. I probably would pop in a slightly wider, probably slip in my 16 to 35 as well, just to cover all bases. But this, like, if I wanted one lens and had to go on a hike or something, could do the job. So, image quality, it's what you would expect out of a Sony. Again, been mentioned to me a few times about barrel distortion. I haven't found a major issue with it. I am no kind of pixel peeper. It's not the kind of thing I really get into. Lightroom does a lot of adjustments when you bring the images in, and it can correct that, so it's not really an issue to me. Quality, as you would expect, as I mentioned, really, really nice, pretty sharp. I had no issues with sharpness to the corners. Yep, the bokeh, not as nice as, an absolute prime lens, but does the job. Again, I didn't actually find myself using the 2.8, so then you think to yourself, is it actually necessary to have a 2.8? But it's kind of nice. So yeah, really, really nice lens. Highly recommend if you want something versatile, high quality, and with that range of focal range as well as aperture, could be a really good shout. And I think not a bad price point, to be honest. I mean, it's a lot of money, but for what you're getting out of it, I mean, 24mm to 50 f2.8 to f22, you've pretty much got a lot of what you need in there. So what do you think? Would you buy it? Would you pick it up? Would you use it with something like the Sony A7cii Mark II? Drop me a comment down below. Any questions, welcome. And I hope you've enjoyed some of the images that I have shot with it and overlaid here, just to give you a bit of an example of what you can get with it. And stay tuned for more photography content coming up in this very exciting summer period. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.